done it. I've just done it anyway. No, you look all right. Still brown.
Looks a bit blurry, but that's fine.
It is. It is what it is. Hello, mate.
Hello, mate. You all right? What are you? Nearly 500.
Yeah, nearly 500.
I'm joshing.
What's that mean?
Joking.
I know what joshing means. What's nearly 500?
You're nearly at 200, aren't you?
Ah, nearly 200. Yes, 199. I'm just going to go through it. I can't be asked trying to find a special guest because
I'll do it.
we're all doing it.
Um,
I can't get my arm right. There we go.
do you ever listen back to like episode 1?
No, I have gone back when I've been creating clips to say how far it's come and whatnot, and I listen to it. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh God, mate, where's your structure?
I told you that from the get-go, didn't I?
Just go, just went record
No,
and
but
unload.
sometimes that's better though.
No, it's come a long way. 5 years.
Is it really that long?
Yeah,
I suppose it is actually. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
2019, just before. Well, it really sort of took off during lockdown, didn't it? Because nobody was doing anything.
Yeah.
Do you want to come on? Yeah, sure. Oh, that looked a bit wrong, didn't it?
Wow.
Oh, not a racist. So I've got our Mason coming on soon.
He texted me today asking me for the buffalo wing recipe.
Oh,
Well,
did
he said the sriracha, and I was like, "Are you sure that's the one you want?"
Is that the hot one?
Well,
But for us mere mortals.
if you're pussy, yes.
If you pussy.
If you're pussy, that's no. It's buffalo wings are like
Oh
standard.
no, I like buffalo wings. I meant sriracha. Is that not gonna? Is that
No,
no? I'm not very good with names of stuff.
no. Um, yeah. So he messaged me and asked for the wing sauces I did for you guys,
Oh,
and he asked for the sriracha one, and I was like, "Are you sure it's sriracha you want, or do you want the buffalo wings?" And he was like, "Whichever one is your daughter's favorite." And I was like,
that,
It's buffalo, it's buffalo
was
wings."
that the ninja sauce? Or was that a different one?
No, it's completely different.
Because that went down superbly in the Thompson
Well, I said
household.
to him like it was that long ago now. I can't even remember what wings I did for you. Like there's so many wings I could do for you.
Oh, just wings coming out of his back pocket. Just
Well, yeah,
so many.
that's what I do.
I'm a chef. But he's yeah, he for the first time in a long time, he's actually said no because he needs to wait because he's got some news to tell me.
I'll be doing
I think
PFL
we
or
know
something.
what that news is. It's got to be.
I, d- I think the money's better, isn't it, in PFL?
I think PFL maybe. What's his name? Brett. Is it Brett Jones? Brett Jones. Brett John.
Johns,
Brett John.
Brett Johns.
Brett Johns. Isn't he in the £1 million or $1 million
Oh, the tournament
tournament?
thing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You got to
Oof.
win it though, otherwise you get do you get nothing? I
I
don't know how it
I don't know.
works, but
Oh, don't know. Couldn't tell you.
I wouldn't want to do that for a living.
What, get punched in the head?
That not so much like whatever, but it's like the like being a prize fighter. Do you know what I mean? Like you've got.
It's mad, isn't it? Think about it.
I'm just gonna have to put my phone on Do Not Disturb real quick.
Oh, you're getting all the calls.
Not calls. Well, yeah, calls and also text messages. So I'm gonna just leave that over there.
It's mad when you think about it, because you got like the lower levels of prize fighting, whether it's boxing and whatnot, and then you've got the elites of the elites. But then you've got above the elites of the elites, you've got like that 1% actually end up winning a world title. So good.
The thing is, can you imagine like your job? Can you hear a lot of chatter in my background?
No, I can just hear you superbly
Oh, that's
crisp.
okay. All I can hear is chatter in my background.
That is so crisp.
It's an expensive microphone.
Oh, suit you so.
But imagine if your job, and I guess most jobs are like that when you're like on a bonus scheme or whatever, but imagine being a fighter and your entire paycheck is dependent on whether you get knocked the fuck out.
All the other way
Like,
around.
or you win and you win £1 million. That's not only stressful, that's like annoying. Like that's I fully understand how or why someone like Mason's like he's like a madman, isn't he? He's like when you hear Rogan talk about like Donald Cerrone,
Yes.
like he's like if Mason wasn't fighting, Mason would be jumping out of airplanes, he'd be riding motorcycles, he'd be riding quad bikes around his
Adrenaline junkie.
yeah. But I'd say most people aren't geared that way. So you go to your job and you just get paid for doing a job. I couldn't imagine doing something that like everything depends. Like I said, I don't know. In these prize fights, they must get paid a little bit, surely.
Just to have a little bit.
But they,
Incentive is obviously the bonus, isn't it? Of
yeah. So you could. I mean, how much is it though? Because
how
like,
much?
all right, I know I'm not like because like it wouldn't
Like,
matter if I'd trained for the last 2 years. You put me in a ring with Mason, he's going to kick my fucking head in.
yeah,
And unless a bit like these bloody YouTubers fighting,
I'd
like
fight every one of
obviously,
those.
yeah, but obviously, there's got to be an incentive, like Ngannou fighting Joshua.
Oh yeah. I thought you meant like the really really shit ones where you put it on, you're like, what is this? I've seen
And
better
I don't
white
watch
collar
those.
fights.
I don't watch those. I genuinely thought that Ngannou had like a fighter's chance if he can
Mm.
land one of those
Well, he
big
did, didn't he?
punches.
When he fought, well, a lot of people thought he beat Fury, which
Well,
is why.
he did beat
Well, yeah.
Fury. That's the
Well,
thing.
we
He
know
did
that,
beat he
but
did beat Fury.
Boxer went, oh, we can't let that happen.
Yeah.
And then he came up eh, with Joshua. I found, I don't know how much you've been paying attention to boxing, but he changed his
Not a
trainer.
lot because
He
it's
changed
crap.
he changed his trainer, and funnily enough, his trainer is Tyson Fury's old trainer, and it's as though he's got a little bit of that hunger back, where he's actually looking to finish fights instead of it sounds
Well,
stupid. Instead of box, he went for a stage of just like boxing instead of trying to knock everyone out.
yeah, I think
Lost a bit of
with
that
Anthony
killer
Joshua,
instinct, you could say.
but he's a lifelong boxer, isn't he? And he did it the way that perhaps you're supposed to do it, or perhaps you're not supposed to do it,
Kind of,
with
because
going
he
through
did.
the amateur ranks.
Yeah, he
So
did get into it late though. In that sort of aspect, he was mid-20s,
what I
wasn't he?
mean is that, like,
No, I know what you mean.
to
So he went
Anthony,
from amateurs, he went to the Olympics and then turned pro instead of just going pro.
yeah, and Anthony Joshua was never known as like somebody that's just going to go and give somebody an overhand right and obliterate them. He was a skilled boxer. He still is a skilled boxer. Um, and I think that's why Francis Ngannou got unstuck.
He's not a
That's
boxer.
why he got That's why he got knocked out. Was because Anthony Joshua's skill set is so much better than Francis Ngannou. When he fought Tyson Fury, Tyson didn't take that. He'd already signed Usyk.
Yeah, he was already.
He wasn't training for that fight. He's not
Nah.
taking that fight seriously. Let's be honest. If the two of them woke up in the morning and you were like, "Go on, have a scrap," Tyson, if it's boxing rules, is gonna kill him.
It's always boxing rules. Have you noticed?
Well, it's got to be, isn't it? There's
Yeah.
like, this is the thing. Like they say about Jake Paul doing MMA. Like he couldn't live with Nate Diaz
No.
in MMA. Of course he couldn't. There's not enough hours in the day for that lad to catch up with what Nate Diaz has been doing since he was a kid. There's
Thoughts
not
on
enough hours.
thoughts on him fighting Tyson?
You could whack him on his chin, and you could put him to sleep. But there's a fucking huge difference. Even if it went to Muay Thai,
Yeah.
like Nate
Oh, a
Diaz has been
cheeky little
doing.
leg kick. Eesh. Ooh,
Well,
different
just
breed.
look at what happened to fucking Uriah Faber when Jose Aldo kicked the fuck out of his legs. He was in a wheelchair. He was on crutches.
Oh, mental.
Because
I remember when
Uriah
you first
Faber
showed me
was
that.
a great wrestler and a good boxer. He'd never had his legs kicked in the WEC back in
Can
like
you imagine?
2006
Can you
or
imagine?
something like that. Like,
Oh, dead leg is bad enough. Repeatedly getting kicked in the leg, not for me.
I know you've done a bit of jiu-jitsu and I know you've done a bit of boxing. Have you ever done a bit of Muay Thai? It's gross.
Only, uh,
It
only a
just,
bit of pads.
guess what? It only hurts.
Hmm.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're just if there's just somebody completely brand new. If they're kicking you in the leg, it fucking hurts. Like the thing with jiu-jitsu is that there's not a huge amount of consequence, which is why it sort of lends itself to that sort of geek or that computer nerd
Yeah,
or that chess player, because it's physical chess. Because
yeah, it is mad.
no, but because it's problem solving, and the worst thing that happens is that you have to tap out when you're doing something like Muay Thai and someone's throwing an elbow at you. It's fucking gross.
Did I did I tell you like a couple of weeks ago when Jess was messing around and she put me in a rear naked, right?
You've always taught her the rear naked.
Yeah, right. Whatever she did to me was disgusting. I spoke about it with Nathaniel Wood. The only way I could describe it was she did something to my throat, right? Where it felt like I was swallowing a chicken bone for weeks.
What, it stuck with you, did it?
Yes, I was like, I don't know what you've done, but you've really hurt me. And she was like, sorry, Dad. I went, well, I don't know whether to be angry at you or proud because fucking hell. I don't even know what she did that was different. I think it was because she didn't just squeeze. She sort of pulled at the same time as squeeze. I don't know what she fucking did, but it fucking hurt. Flapping. I tapped very quickly to a
And you
12-year-old.
can't turn around and whack her in the chops, can you? Either.
No. 12 years old. Killer.
I'll turn this down a little bit. That still sounded right.
Yeah. Did you see that one of the dickhead Pauls, Jake Paul, I believe it is, Tyson, Fury, not Fury, the Tyson, Mike.
Yeah.
I want to see the contract, please.
I don't care. I don't care.
But also,
I'll tell you why I don't care.
He's in a lose-lose there. Old Jakey boy.
No, he's not.
Because
he's in a win-win.
Well, is he though?
Yeah.
He's going to earn some money, sure.
No, but they've put it on Netflix.
Yeah.
So it's going to be the most watched fight of all time.
Yeah.
And you know that it will be.
You're either going to get knocked out by Tyson, which everyone thinks should happen.
Have you seen the other fights?
Yeah.
Does Jake Paul lose?
Yeah, to Tommy Fury.
Exactly.
So, right.
The only
one
other...
that was his age and a boxer,
yes.
he lost.
So the rest of them, he wins.
He's going to beat Mike Tyson, right? But Mike Tyson.
How's he going to beat Mike Tyson?
57 years old.
How's he going to beat Mike Tyson?
Because it's going to be in the contract.
Well, it will be in the contract, but he'll beat Mike Tyson on points. He won't.
There's going to be like a no knockout clause in there, isn't there? Like he did with Roy Jones. And I'll end in a draw.
No, that was completely different. That was Tyson and Roy Jones. And I think in the contract there was no headshots.
Just stop.
But
you nearly
I see what you're saying. If you can't knock out a 57-year-old.
No, that's what I'm saying. He's 57. And he's mid-20s.
See what Shaq had to say about it.
I skipped past it, but I did see that he'd done something with a podcast. That man.
Yeah, Shaq.
Right, just before we got there, have you seen Shaq hold a normal can of Coke? And it looks like one of those kids' cans.
Yeah, well, that's because he's a massive man.
Why? What? How are people that big?
Have you ever heard Rogan talk about Shaq? He said he shook his hand and he felt like a child.
Yeah. If he was a fighter, like, Jesus Christ.
This is the John Jones argument, though, isn't it?
What do you mean?
So John Jones is the only athlete in the UFC, and I'll include Conor McGregor in that. Conor McGregor is only as big as he is because he can run his mouth.
Yeah.
The only athlete in the UFC, and I will include my mates in that. None of them are on the level of John Jones, and that's why John Jones is so dominant. He's NFL, NBA, Premier League level athlete. That's why he's been battering people since he's 23 years old. He's one of the only people, if not the only person, that would be able to transfer those skills over to play in football, to play in rugby, to play in American football, to be playing NHL, to be playing NBA. He's the only person.
You reckon?
Yeah.
His family are all athletes, aren't they, as well?
You tell me anybody in the UFC that could transfer those skills across to any of those other sports. And the thing is, this is the thing about martial arts, and I might be stepping way out of my line here.
I think you're right because Leon
martial
Edwards
arts
played in that Soccer Aid, and he was awful.
Yeah, but that might just be like sometimes you're just shit at football. What I mean is you can't. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like you could be a super athlete at
You're
rugby.
saying, right, so say he was growing up, and then instead of going mixed martial arts, he did basketball. He would be in the NBA because that was
And he'd
just
be
his
one of the
genetic
best. He'd be one of the best. Same as his brother was. Is.
Yeah.
Just no, but what I mean with mixed martial arts, because it's not a mainstream sport. It's not even an Olympic sport.
Should it be an Olympic sport?
Yes, I do. I think it should be.
At least jiu-jitsu should be an Olympic sport.
Skateboarding is.
Cricket. Now. They're adding ones each year, aren't they?
Yeah, but they're also taken away. Like wrestling's been taken away, isn't it? The oldest Olympic sport has
Oh,
been
you
taken
can't
away.
take away the oldest. That's just sacrilege.
I think they have. I think they have. I don't know that for sure. And that is literally the oldest, like
That
Greek
and
wrestling.
running. Wrestling, running, throwing, jumping. That's it, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Swimming?
I'll do it. Maybe. In the sea.
But yeah, do you understand what I mean about like the transfer ability of
Mm.
of it is like you could grow up as like say an academy at we'll say Aston Villa athlete. By time like you would be able to learn mixed martial arts, like so you stop being an academy player at 17, 18.
Yeah.
Give that person 4 to 5 years, so that will take you to like what, 24? By the age of 24, the skills you learn at that other sport will transfer into your MMA career. Now, I don't think that happens a great deal. For example, our mate Ferg is now doing jiu-jitsu. Like he was an absolute fucking baller with Peggy, US Harold, Prestine, Hinton. Absolutely amazing. He's now doing jiu-jitsu, and I bet like I literally saw a story the other day on Instagram, and I was like, I bet he's a fucking nightmare at jiu-jitsu. Just because like physically, like he's so capable. Now, what I'm saying in terms of the world of martial arts is that if Ferg had done jiu-jitsu his whole life or wrestling, it doesn't transfer to the
Yeah,
other
I see what you're
sports
saying.
back.
Yeah. Yeah, I get
So
it.
someone like John Jones that grew up playing American football and
You
baseball.
you could probably take Jose Aldo.
Well, he's a football player.
Very,
And
very
then
good football player.
all of a sudden he can kick people really fucking hard.
Well, they say
he can.
that apparently that he was either one or the other, and he chose to go mixed martial arts route, which
But
is
yeah, well, maybe that's because like he's from the slums of
fucking hell. He
Rio.
could kick some people though.
Well, exactly. But imagine what fucking Roberto Carlos could do to someone.
Oh, he had some
See what
sexy
I mean?
thighs though, didn't he? No homo.
Big old thighs. His thighs were twice your thighs, just
And
on one thigh.
I've got big thighs too.
And that's mental.
Oh,
God, I look at like this lighting. It makes me look like Gandalf.
Gandalf the Grey.
Yeah. Do you like Lord of the Rings?
I try to.
And me. And me. I don't.
I genuinely
I
don't
can't.
think I've got past the first movie. And
Same.
I know people are going to go, read the fucking books. I'm not going to read the books.
Thing is,
Oh, right.
I don't want to.
And as you know, me and the Sprog are geeks. We watch Harry Potter and all that sort of stuff.
Another one
Stranger
I can't
Things.
get in. Can't get into.
But
I tried
she's a
so hard.
massive geek. She's a massive geek. I can be a massive geek. Love Star Wars, all that. Blah, blah. We both put on Lord of the Rings, and we both. She just looked at me and went, "Nah." I was like,
Right.
"Fair enough."
Here's a funny thing for you, because Lana's a big fan of Lord of the Rings. She loves it.
Yeah,
It's too long.
yeah, too long.
It's too long. Break it up and make it a series.
Yeah,
Or
did they not try and do that?
do not, when you bring out The Hobbit, one of the first scenes be their horrible feet. Because I won't watch it anymore.
Feet like my mother-in-law.
What?
What? She's got hobbit feet.
I've I've got nothing against feet, mate. But when that's the main focus, just to show that the hobbits have got like big feet and little bodies, I was like,
Like me.
I, I don't care.
That isn't. Yeah,
I
I
don't.
couldn't do it.
Lord of the Rings, like I'd love to, because apparently there is, not apparently, there is a thing when they goes man flesh, and I would love to be like pumped to hear man flesh.
Man flesh.
Yeah, it's like an orc or something. They're like
Yeah. To be
man
fair, I'll
flesh.
hand it to him on that. There was some very good prosthetic works. There was none of that CGI shit.
I'll be asked.
But that's
Can't be
about it.
asked to watch it.
Yeah.
I want to. I love Game of Thrones, love House of Dragons, love Star Wars. Can't can't be asked with
That's
it.
it's really annoyed me.
What's that?
Oh, I don't know
You
if
got a
it's the way
zero
I.
percent Guinness.
No, 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 no. But I'm disappointed with myself. You know, the Irish will be really disappointed with me. But I've poured that. Where's the fucking head? Sean James.
You've done your best.
It's one of those. I don't know if I'm supposed to have that special detached thing.
No, you're not.
It's one of those
You just
not
when it
nitrous
gets to the
surge.
end, you're supposed to pull it away.
Fucking cock. You
It'll
have
be
a good
fine
St.
though.
Patrick's Day?
Not really.
No,
No.
fair enough. I did.
I was at work.
I did. Because it was FA Cup quarter final day.
Oh yeah, you beat Liverpool, didn't you?
What a fucking game of football, even for the
I
neutrals.
still haven't seen it. I haven't even watched the highlights on Match of the Day.
I have watched the highlights so many times.
Of course you did.
Well,
You don't
it
get
made me
you
feel
don't
good.
get many highlights.
Not at the minute, no. And that was good. I sat down with Mark and Matt ready to watch it, and they went, "What do you think? What do you think the predictions for the game are?" And I'm not going to make any predictions. I just want a good game of football to watch without it being interrupted by VAR and the referee to ruin it. Let it be a proper sort of derby type match, and it fucking was. Great.
Didn't someone get sent off for
Yeah,
taking their shirt off?
he forgot that he already been booked. and then he scored the winner in the last minute of a game like that, 120th minute. Scores the winner, took his shirt off, celebrated with the crowd. Second yellow sent off.
That's pretty stupid.
Yeah.
Forgot that you've been booked. You don't
Yeah.
forget you've been booked.
Got caught up in the passion and the roar of Old
Fuck off.
Trafford.
You're an idiot. To be fair, I will say this: there is a hell of an atmosphere at Old Trafford.
Yeah.
But you didn't forget.
You don't forget.
You're just an idiot.
I think you got a
Also,
shit booking anyway.
I don't understand the take the shirt off celebration. You know you're going to get booked. You know that.
Yeah. That is
I
a
don't
rule. It's been a
understand
rule
it. I
for a
don't.
while. The only
For a
time
while, for the entire time that I've been a human,
is it?
pretty much.
I thought they just brought it in because obviously
No,
Ravanelli,
no.
or was that allowed?
Yeah, but he didn't take it off.
Ah, John Arnie Risa.
Didn't he play for Liverpool once?
Yeah, he scored a
Ginger.
screamer against United. Absolute thunderbolt.
He was a good left back, actually. He was a good left back.
Ping.
And it's not Arnie, it's Arna.
What did I say? John Arnie Risa.
John
Get
Arnie.
Get
Get out. John the
Get-
Chopper.
Get on the chopper. Now. Terrible actor. By the way.
What, John Arnie Risa?
No. As in Arnie Swartz a black man.
No, he was a good actor.
As a Terminator.
Yes.
Get down.
No.
This could go on.
You know what? You just look like Will Sasso.
Did I? What is it? Because
Yeah.
I'm chunky.
No, you actually looked like Will Sasso as I was looking at you.
Get down.
Can you do a Hulk Hogan? Listen, brother.
I don't think I can. However, right. I've forgotten how to do that thing. How do you do that thing?
What thing?
Where you send it to the phone. From the phone to
What?
where you send it from the phone to the thing. And then I can put it on the thing. You know what I mean.
No, you didn't. You just said words, but you didn't explain
No,
exactly what you're talking.
send the thing, the video
What
from
thing?
my phone to the laptop.
What,
And then
airdrop
you
it?
is that all I do? And then what do I do? Share screen.
Something like that, yeah.
This is ridiculous. Old.
What was ridiculous was how you just tried to explain that.
Right. Stop it.
Now.
Stop it now. Right. Where did that go? It said diddly-ling. Where's it gone?
Recents. Finder. Recents.
Recents.
For those of you not watching the audio, Sean is doing his heavy thinking face.
Right.
Hey, guess what? Like, between the two of us, like, you've got quite a strong moustache going on there.
I
But
do have
check
a
this
good
beard
moustache.
out. Look, I'm going.
You're going full. That's good.
I'm going full Scott Ian. Do you know who that is?
No. Who's Scott Ian?
Guitarist from Anthrax.
What the fuck
Hogan
is an
and Macho
Anthrax?
Man on Baywatch.
Yeah, watch this. Can you hear it?
No, I can just see it.
Can you just hear it? Can you not hit? Can you hear it or not?
No, I can just see it.
Oh, how am I going to do that? Right, hold on.
Turn the volume on.
No, it's to do with that. I think. Can you? All good? Still not doing it,
No.
is it? Oh, I know what I've got to do. Fucking hell. For those watching this, I'm a mong.
I do like it when you try to do tech things.
You hear it now?
It doesn't work.
You wait for Macho Man, mate.
It's a lot harder than that in the ring.
Macho Man's coming in
On
on
a
a
jet
fucking
ski.
jet ski.
Oh yeah.
The sound is completely out, but I get it.
Checking out the babes, just leaving me out there.
No shorts, mate. Oh, brilliant. Oh, stop sharing. Yeah, I'm the Macho Man. Am I back on my headphones now?
Well, I can hear you.
Yeah, I know you can hear me. It's whether it's back in my head.
Well, I don't think it is.
Definitely isn't.
Sounds like you're in a little tin box.
Oh, man, a little tin box. Oh, that's why. Hold on.
Hold on.
Hold on. He's an absolute.
There you go.
That's better. I did it around the wrong way, didn't I? There we go. Every day's a school day.
Did you, or have you, watched The Gentleman?
I'm on episode 4
Oh.
of the series, yeah?
Hey, guess what?
Go for it.
It's all right.
Yeah, I haven't been blown away yet.
Hey,
I'd have to give it to old Guy Ritchie. Dialogue-wise,
it's
he's
good.
very good.
It's good. It's good. I can put it on.
Have you seen the movie?
How many hours is the movie?
1.5, 2 max.
I don't think it is.
Is it not?
I think it's too long.
Is it too long?
And so you know, is that the one with Colin Farrell?
All right. Yeah, he plays the Irish boxing coach, and Matthew McConaughey. 1 hour 53 minutes. That's not too long for a movie,
23 minutes too long.
is it?
Yeah, a film is an hour and a half.
That's a series now, isn't it? The series episode.
It is. I'm not watching anything longer than an hour and a half.
I am on Saturday. Ghostbusters, mate.
All right.
Ghostbusters.
All right. All right. You don't love Ghostbusters as much as me.
You don't love it as much as me. I'm the Ghostbusters daddy.
I had the toys.
Had
You, to be fair, you stole my toys
Yes.
and you loved Go Butters.
I love Go Butters.
You did as a child, And I remember you doing that when we lived for a short time at Granny's in Wales, because you used to steal all my toys. But
I had the house. Buy a house.
I had the house.
No, you had the car. You had Ecto 1.
Sure.
It was mine. Get down.
I had it and I donated it for your mental health.
Well, there we
Right.
go then.
So, right. Anyway, so I had a discussion with George last night
Oh yeah.
and Lana, and I said, all good. Like, they can go one of two ways. They can keep throwing back and
Yeah.
doing the nostalgia,
Mhm.
or they bring it forward and it's new Ghostbusters, yeah? But I don't see how they throw back anymore. And that's kind of like that was kind of the allure of the last one. Was like
Yeah.
bringing in
The afterlife.
yeah, and also having I can't even remember which Ghostbuster it was, but was it Egon?
Egon Spangler
Yeah,
passed away.
yeah. So, and then God bless his soul. And how do they can't throw it back again
Um,
unless they get the old guys that are still
I
alive
I
involved.
think they are in it.
But also, does that not make it a bit shit then?
I'll let you know on Saturday.
Well, don't.
I'm gonna say no because the last
I
one
just
though.
don't. I just don't know because I want it to be good because like
I hope it is
Ghostbusters.
good because when we went to the cinema to watch the Afterlife one, and
I
I remember
didn't.
I remember
I
seeing.
reluctantly watched it with George, and I was like, "It's actually really good. That's a good. They've done it really
You
well."
were probably very similar to me when you were watching it, and you noticed little bits that were clearly throwbacks, and you were like, "Oh,
Yeah, that's what. No, but that's what I mean about the nostalgia. Like they did it very like. To be fair, they did it very well.
mm,
Like where they slotted it in, it was like, "Oh, I remember that." And then
yeah."
like the beastie doggies and
Oh,
stuff. Like it's like I
yeah.
remember being frightened of that when I was a child.
Do you remember me being shit scared of that?
Oh yeah, you didn't sleep for like 3 days, and then you
Yeah.
had to sleep in my bedroom, and then you kept farting. That's all I remember.
Of course I did. Scared, mate. Going back to being scared, right?
I'm the
Do you remember
most
what?
scared person.
Do you remember when I had that weird phobia because somebody at primary school told me that there was a ghost living in the pipes called pipes,
Yes, yeah, I
and
do
it used to
actually.
play the tune, but it's not the tune, is it? It's just the pipes warming
Yeah,
up.
but what a fucking joke.
Fucking prick. Ah, I can't sleep. He's gonna get me.
Yeah, you were fucking terrified. I remember that. Again, you had to sleep in because I always had a bigger bed,
Darren had that big up head.
and I either had like when I went into my teenage years, I had a double bed, or when I was like a young teenager, I had my single bed with the double bed that was underneath.
Mm.
And wow, unlocked
Throwback
a
to.
memory. Just unlocked a memory.
Oh, love that.
If cousin Rob ever came over, the bed that was under the bed would
Yeah.
slide out, and it would make my room, which was the front room at Lyle Close. There would be two beds, but then that left a massive gap under my bed. And it had like mum always had like this weird thing about putting like a drape. Sorry. Putting like a drape over like the divan bit to make it feel like they had like a little skirt on it.
A divan.
Like
I'm not
you
going to
know
lie
what
to you, mate. I don't know what a divan is.
Right, so
I'm going to style that out. It's like, oh yeah, there's a divan.
right, so in terms of beds, like you get a bed frame, like a wooden frame, but you can get
Yeah.
a divan, which is like a box.
Yes. Yes.
Do you know where I'm at here? Which might have some drawers you can pull out.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's like a solid frame rather than that wooden with the slats.
Yes, I know what you're talking
Right?
about.
You know where I'm at?
Yeah.
So so my divan had like a cutout underneath it where you could slide a single bed underneath. And sometimes if me and you have a movie night and you would put like a chopstick in your mouth or something, then we would pull that out because obviously being in a single bed, watching the telly and that is not okay, hun. Right, so if you pulled the bed out, there's a gap underneath my bed, which was a den.
Yes, it was.
And if you, by the way, if you would fuck off and play with Playmobil for enough time when cousin Rob would come over, fuck me, we would make a battlefield of Lego and Action Man.
Don't you touch my fucking Action Man.
No, not your big Action Men.
You mean
Like
G.I. Joe?
G.I. Joes. Yeah, we would make a
Yes.
battlefield and we would make like walls and bunkers and all sorts under there. And we'd spend the whole time under there.
Yeah. Those are the days, mate.
And then you'd come through and you'd be like, you want to play with my Playmobil?
Yeah.
And I was but he's not
Cowboys, mate.
special, Rob. He's just Sean.
It's just me.
Yeah, so
Oh,
but also when you got older, you would join in with that, playing with the G.I. Joes under the bed thing. I remember you used to.
yeah.
Because you didn't understand, like Rob being Rob, he for some reason he'd have like a Sharpie for some reason with
You
red.
could do the blood
Yeah,
on the Action
he'd
Man.
do the blood. He'd do the blood on all of them. I think Rob was a prick. Just leave my Action Man alone.
Stop ruining my Action Man.
Yeah.
I remember destroying a lot of his Warhammer.
Oh yeah. Apparently that's a fucking big thing.
Yeah.
Warhammer. I can't get. I won't get into it.
Yeah, I remember just Auntie Tina just saying, "Yeah, here you go, have some of these to play with."
Oh yeah, I remember because like Rob was into painting shit, wasn't he? And so
Yeah.
was Rich, and so was Uncle Bob. Dead now.
Yeah.
God bless
Yeah.
his soul.
Yoda. Did look like Yoda, and towards the end, it was sad.
Right, get your phone out. He didn't look like Yoda.
Towards the end, I said.
Get your phone out. I'll show
Yeah.
you what he looked like.
Go for it. What am I googling?
Type in
Yep.
Max Faithless Band.
I already know. I can't get no sleep. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's Black Bob.
Oh. Mate, he had his own bowling ball
He had his own bowling shirt and his own bowling
and
ball
shoes,
bag.
and then
He had a
still got
bag.
beat by Dad.
I don't know if that's true.
Yeah, Dad probably said it was. That was a foot, right?
I can
Genuinely,
imagine Dad being a real twat about that as well. If he did
Yeah.
beat Uncle Bob,
He'd cock his leg
just
out
being
on
a
his bowling.
real twat.
Do you remember when he wouldn't let us put the barriers up? We were really little,
What, Dad?
and then And then I would like throw a few gutter balls, get quite upset because it's upsetting when you don't hit a pin. And then he's like, "You just need to do better. Take your time." Trying to throw it hard, Dad, at the barriers. We also used to get dropped off there on summer holidays. That and swimming.
Swimming, I remember. I don't remember TGS.
Yeah,
I remember
TGS bowling, mate.
TGS more from when I worked at the Humming Garden and I was getting paid. I remember I used to take Danny Maitland there quite a lot. And then I used to take you guys both to McDonald's and get you whatever you wanted from McDonald's. And then walk you home, and then Mum would always be like, "He's got school in the morning." And I was always like, "I've got school in the morning."
School times are funny because none of us were morning people back in the days.
I'm still not.
Just no
In
conversation.
my house, just leave me alone
Just no
till
conversation
I want to
until
talk to you.
yes. There's no conversation. It's literally, "Boys, you up?" "Yeah, my fucking leg's out. Give me a second."
No. That's not how it went. And I think the reason that I don't like mornings is because of this.
Go for it.
I'm gonna try and Bill Burr this. You know how he goes, "Hey!" Like he does that. How did that sound?
Knowledge. Do it. Hit me.
Just, I think.
Pardon me.
Did I disconnect?
Oh no, you've got some.
Am I connected?
Oh yes. Lucky.
I'm in.
Back in.
Morning. That just triggered you, didn't it?
Morning.
Morning.
That's a spot on accent as well.
I fucking hated that. And I still hate it to this day. Do you know what I do when I wake George up in the morning?
Morning.
Even if she's up, and I know she's up because the door's open, that's usually a sign I'm awake. Leave me alone, Dad. What I'll do is I'll go,
There was no knock sound.
do you want a coffee and some breakfast? And I'll judge by, yes, please. Or, oh, I'm not up yet. Did I learn from morning? God, I hated that. Fuck, I hate that.
Hey, I've got an alarm clock.
Yeah, and yeah. I don't even have the nice iPhone one.
All right.
15, 16-year-old Darren didn't have the nice iPhone one that goes diddle 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 diddle. Wake up nicely. What I had was
Top Gun wakes me up now.
What's that?
Top Gun wakes me up.
I would think I was dying. Yeah, but genuinely, if I was mid-sleep and it was like boom, boom, boom,
oh, he's dying.
I'd be like,
he's dead.
Oh fuck, it's here. For fuck's sake. Morning. That was annoying. Like,
Morning.
By the way, I imagine you being annoying.
What?
For your children in the morning.
Waking the girls up?
Yeah.
That's Kate's job.
I don't imagine Kate being annoying.
Are you joking? She's the most annoying.
Really?
Well, as
No,
a human.
but no, but not
she's
as not
she's
as
she's
not
the
as a
nicest,
human. What I
loveliest-
mean is that I
Go on.
know your temperament, and I also know that you've probably gone. My mother used to wake me up in the day. 1893. Boom. Money. And it's stuck. I reckon it's stuck in your head, and I reckon you go around your girl's bedroom and you're like, money, girls, and you go full gay. You're wearing jean shorts for some reason. I don't know why. And you're like, morning. And they're like, fucking hell.
I wish I did. Oh, I might start now. Morning, girls. Who wants some porridge? Oh, that's weird. I don't know why I said that.
Oh, Cocoa Pops was yours. You love Cocoa Pops.
Fucking love it. Still do, mate. In fact, had a bowl last night
Yeah.
because I'm a night cereal eater.
No, I don't eat cereals.
Cocoa Pops. You're gonna hate this. You're gonna hate
I'm
this.
already hating it when you said Cocoa Pops, but okay.
Cocoa Pops with chocolate raisins.
Fucking raisins.
Chocolate raisins.
Fuck off.
Chocolate raisins.
Chocolate raisins. I like how this microphone does that. Fuck off.
Sounds good. Whoops.
Chocolate raisins. Also, if you quickly look, can you see me real quick?
I've been looking at you for the last hour or so, yeah.
Yeah, I know, but look.
Did that work?
Yeah, it did.
Ha!
If you look at my head right now,
Yeah.
it looks like I've got a weird.
You've got a little thing above your head.
Pony. Yeah, but I haven't. Look,
that suits you.
It's a. What do you
Please
mean
have a
suits
samurai.
me?
Please have a samurai ponytail for the football.
Sean, you've got no idea how long my hair is.
I don't think I want to.
Oh God, I could be a Sith. Not a Sith. I could be what were the before the Sith? No, it was the Sith are the badasses.
Sith are just naughty,
Like
aren't they? Yeah.
Darth Revan. Before you knew. Oh yeah, I could do that.
So this new acolyte.
Don't know what it is.
I don't know. Is it the birth of the Sith?
No.
Is that how far back we've gone? No.
No.
Because they're all light and then dark. I'm gonna throw my fucking lightsaber.
No, I think it's before Anakin. You got full whiskey there.
I have got a whiskey, yeah. Have you seen that cunt, by the way, before we get back on the Star Wars? And he goes, what you do with the first bit is you put it in and you fucking swill it out. And then you put it in and you snip it. Have you seen that guy?
No. And you best believe that I probably avoided that with the plague.
He goes like this. He goes, you gotta talk to it. You gotta say, good morning.
What?
How are you?
Talking
Very
about
well.
what?
He's sniffing his whiskey. He has it like, and he's like, good morning.
He's probably the cunt that like
Very well.
he has a piss in the morning and he sniffs his bell. Fuck him.
Well, you're not supposed to do that.
No.
Oh.
In a world.
In a world with morning, you get up and you scratch and sniff.
You're not supposed to do that, no.
No, that's against the rules. How are the taffies getting on?
Which taffies?
The taffies. Wales 3, Finland 1.
It does look like I've got a funny little ponytail up here, doesn't it?
I think if they win that, they're into the Euros.
Oh, I've got a bone to pick with you as well.
Well, I don't know.
Have you been putting filters on your videos?
Which filters? On what videos?
The last time I was on the pod,
Nope.
have you been put... No?
Nope.
Why does my hair look silver? Because
Don't
you
know,
can see
mate.
my hair.
Genuinely, that is brilliant.
You
though.
can see my hair. My
Oh,
hair
mate.
does not look silver.
Pretty silver. No, genuinely, I don't put
but
any
it
filters
doesn't.
on it. There's 0 filters. Don't you sniff that? I hate your face.
I think you do.
I don't. If I do, it's usually like an old, like
Make me look old.
super old, 41 nearly. I was going to say something. Talking of photoshops, have you seen the conspiracies come out about fucking Kate Middleton? She's not. Now behave yourself. And these people need to be right.
They killed
Leave them
her.
alone. Who did?
They did.
Who's they? The Feathermen.
That's what conspiracy theories do. They killed her. Who's they?
No, don't you know?
I heard some things today, actually.
Hmm?
I heard that her and William's relationship is not very good. And they beat each other up.
Do they?
You've met William.
Yeah. Shovel hands.
Oh, well, that feeds it. I can't get over the fact that this looks like
Mate,
I've got like a bam, bam,
he,
bam, bam.
he, the softest hands I've ever shaken.
And he, unless he is an absolute twat, which he might be,
Could well be.
he's got no reason to be angry about anything.
Oh. Especially about our Catherine.
But what if she's a bit of a twat?
Maybe. He's gone, are you going to do the dishes? And
She's
gone,
not doing the dishes, Sean, and you know she's not
and
doing the dishes.
exactly. He's asked her nicely.
Do you reckon the Royals changed nappies?
No.
That's a bonding point with your kid, though, isn't it?
Yeah. Right. I've shaken it. Shook. I've shook his hand. The world's softest hand. That hasn't done anything.
I'm not getting on board with
Shook his hand? Shaked his hand.
Shaken.
Shaken. I've shaken his. No. You're just getting me to say stupid stuff. I've
I'm
shaken.
not.
I've
I think
shaken
that's
his hand. I've shook his hand.
Shook.
That doesn't
I'm
sound
all
right, does
shook
it?
up.
Uh-huh.
Don't like Elvis.
Pedo.
Nonce.
100%. Wasn't Priscilla like 14 when he started ploughing it?
And that's the
Allegedly.
only one. Anyway, William.
Ain't nothing but a hound dog.
What are we doing? Don't step on my blue suede shoes. We're just
What?
naming Beatles, not Beatles, Elvis songs.
What we doing? But yeah, he's
You're definitely texting while I have put my phone to the side.
I
Huh?
was sending a text.
You were.
No,
Yeah.
I always get, how long are you gonna be? When I'm fucking finished.
Oh, don't worry, you can finish now if you want.
I don't want to fucking finish now. We're talking about Prince of Wales and Nonce Elvis. This couldn't get any.
Yeah.
This should be the elite of the elite podcasts. Normal podcasters don't talk like this.
Some do. Those that aren't worried about monetization do.
Yeah. Just get on with it. Was that whiskey's really warm?
I wish I had a whiskey, but I don't. I've just
You're not
got.
allowed whiskey, are you?
No, I am allowed it, but
You know, bad boy.
not really. It's a personal rule. I'm not very good with it.
Nor me. Do you remember when I punched Cliff?
That was rum. That was rum. Actually.
Was that rum? Must be dark
Yeah.
spirits.
Oh, don't get me started on the dark spirit.
Did you see the video I sent you on Instagram with the bloke that walks normally and then has the rainbow staircase and then minces up the
Yeah,
staircase?
I did see that, and he
Oh,
went.
fucking, I laughed a little bit at that.
Do you mind if you pause this just for a second? Because I really need a wee.
Guys and girls, you've reached the adverts. Now, welcome. For me, I like to use CBD oil, and there's nothing better than Kent CBD. So make sure you check them out. I'll use them to help with my PTSD, my depression, and my anxiety. I use the oil. It is fantastic. Highly recommend it. But not only that, I use their muscle rubs for the aches and pains that I get in my joints, especially my knees and my ankles. I rub that shit in, and it's fucking brilliant. So make sure you check them out. Put in the promo code GraniteZero at checkout and get yourself 10% off. You're welcome. But not only that, if you like to support veteran-owned companies like I do, make sure you check out Green Beret Coffee and get yourself 10% off there at checkout. They are roast to order and it's top quality, and everything goes back to the company itself. Fantastic. Green Beret Coffee, put in the promo code GZPodcast10 for your 10% discount. Now, recently, Granite Zero has become an affiliate, a family member of HR4K. So if you want to support another fantastic veteran-owned company, put in the promo code Granite Zero at checkout at HR4K, all their products, and enjoy them. I wear them. I support them most episodes. They are brilliant. They help support many other companies. They help to support many other veteran charities. They do loads for the veteran community. So if, like me, you like to support them, please put in the promo code Granite Zero at checkout and get yourself 10% off. I'm too good to you, and I'll see you guys soon.
Are you good?
You're live. Please do not swear.
Fuck.
Fuck.
I want to take you back to a memory.
Okay.
It'll be funny. And I think we did this on the podcast before. So we're staying at Auntie Tina's.
Yeah.
And we go over to the Dines
Fantastic.
Green field. Rob's tackled a sheep.
Yeah.
Do you remember or not? And then we went to like the backwoods
Is this
around that
with
place.
the ghost?
Yeah. And we were lying down, all of us on our tummies, and there's a little brook before another field. What did you see, Sean?
Well, I think I saw a lady in like a long white gown hovering over what I don't know what I don't want to say heather because I'm not 100% sure what heather is. But over the crops of whatever the field was. She was definitely hovering over the crops.
Yeah.
And then
I don't think it was Heather.
she looked at us, mate. Looked at me. Or am I just making this shit up and you guys just told me it? But she looked at me and she had fucking red eyes. And then you
Yep.
and Rob said to me, run. So I ran as fast as I could. I don't even know how old I was. Wasn't running very fast, I know that. Because the next thing I know, I'm being picked up under one arm.
Yeah, I did that. I slung you over my shoulder like fucking Yoda.
Get over there. Were we high?
No, I just remember that clear as day. No, I'm not a ghosty person.
No, I
Because-
usually don't believe it unless I see it with my own eyes, and I definitely saw that.
But the reason I'm not a ghosty person is because I don't believe it. But I do remember that day.
Strange day.
Now that could have been. Rob's a very arty-farty person.
Mm.
They could have inputted that into my mind at some point.
Yeah.
But I do remember being laid face down in that field and looking over, and it was like the forbidden field for some reason. I don't know why it was a forbidden field, but it was.
Felt forbidden.
And I remember looking over and I saw the same thing that you did. Now that might be an imprinted.
We'd have to ask Rob if he remembers it without, like, coercing.
For God's sake, don't ask him.
I'm sure I did at
gentleman.
Mum's wedding.
That
you
gentleman. That gentleman has smoked a lot of weed. For God's sake, don't ask him. But for my childhood, I remember that. I remember being fucking terrified.
Yeah.
I think I might have snuggled you to sleep.
That was snuggle.
Genuinely, because you were only small then.
I
So
I couldn't have been too old, definitely.
I think. So I would
Couldn't
have
have
been
been
like,
any older than 8.
yeah. So you might have been 8. So I think I might have been like, you can sleep here
Little snuggle,
and you'll be
mate.
okay. I
By
always looked
Eskimos.
after you.
By Eskimos. That sounded wrong. Right. So playing Eskimos where you just open the big windows, let all the cold air in, and then you get under the blanket, by the way. That's an Eskimo.
What was the other Eskimo?
I don't know, it just sounded a bit, no
Gay.
homo.
No
Just sounded
homo,
a bit-
bro.
No homo, bro.
The other memory I've got is, do you remember staying at Granny's and there was me and Rob there?
Yeah, all the time.
Not all the time.
It's a favourite.
This one specifically, and like me and Rob were trying to be good, so we stayed out of the way. But also, we might have tried to be cunty
Yeah.
and stay out of the way of you.
Oh, that doesn't sound like you guys.
I think we built like a load of like Lego stuff, and then you smashed it up.
Why was I such a dick?
I don't know. I think you're just destroyer of worlds.
It's my tism.
Whatever it was. But I always remember, like Granny, she went mental. I just remember her going mental, and she made us take you to the park, and if I remember rightly, like Bryn and Rob had a better gauge of where to go in Bargoed. I just had like a loose idea of where we need to go. And they took us to this place, and it was like a rugby field. And we started playing football, and like Rob was a bit crap at football.
Terrible.
And you were only little, so like
Still
you
better than
were
Rob. Still better.
yeah. And I remember a load of Welsh lads came over, and they're very intense, aren't they?
Mm.
Welsh guys. And I remember feeling very like intimidated. And I remember I took you back, and then Ivor
Over the engine.
just randomly remember his Renault Clio that just smelled like paint?
Paint and pipe.
Paint and pipe, yeah. And then he just took us up to a random hill.
Yeah. I do remember the random hill. It
I
felt
don't
like a
even know
mountain,
where that.
but
Yeah,
it wasn't.
and then there was like random like green growth that we weren't used to.
Baby heads, we used to call them in the military.
Say again.
Baby heads. That's what well, yeah, you got to watch your step on the baby heads, otherwise you roll your ankle. Don't know.
Right, okay.
I don't know why they're called baby heads, by the way. I don't know.
They're probably like baby heads.
Probably. But yeah, random. And the other random place that I always remember, because it had like a zip line. It's like
Oh,
quite
that
common
big
now.
park. That big
But
park.
for me and you, it was like, what? There's a zip line? Mental. Legging it.
I remember trying to like really make you go fast.
And
It
then
probably
almost
wasn't even
fall off.
that fast.
Felt fast. Pardon me. Paint. Brown Clio. I remember a brown one. His worker van.
Yeah,
Because
yeah, he did have
Granny
that.
Granny had the white one. Didn't drive.
Well, she drove it through a fucking shop window, didn't she?
I don't know.
Mum and Granny have got the two most random things, right? So, Granny, during her driving test, this is genuine now. She drove her like she did all of her. She bought a car,
Yes.
and then she did all of her driving lessons in that car. But she also drove that car through a showroom window.
That's weird.
Mum
That's mental.
Mum had a little moped. Dad got her a moped when we were living in Oxford. This might have been before you were born. And Mum managed to drive. This is hilarious. She managed to drive her moped up a bus lane and then managed to hit something that made the moped jump.
I've never heard this story.
She fell off it.
Of course she did.
Do you know how hard it is to make a moped jump? So I'm
You've se-
imagining.
You've
I'm
seen me.
No, but I'm imagining a 30 mile an hour, and then there's like a lip in the road. And Mum has gone absolutely fucking flying. And then she had to get the bus every day.
Yeah, forever. Do you remember when I borrowed your little moped?
No,
You do. You were at Gorsty Lane, and you went, "Go on, have a go." And
I didn't borrow it then. I let you have a go.
yeah, I didn't borrow it. You went, "Have a little go round the block," and the house opposite, which was by the road that was going to Chris Smith's house, and I basically lifted it up.
Over the speed bump. Yeah.
But it was above my head. Oh, I got the hang of it in the end. It went round the block, obviously, but yeah, it was an
That
easy
was
one
just
because that's just
that was
a
just a
press
twist and go, wasn't it? Well, there was
Yeah,
no.
like a jet ski. Way, dickhead. The last time
That's-
I rode a motorcycle before that, I almost went into a reservoir in Iraq. There you go. There's a story.
They're too much fun, though, aren't they?
Yeah, I think if I had one, I'd probably die at some point.
Or you get a driving ban like me.
Yeah, naughty boy, sausage. Absolutely sausage.
Thing is, they are a lot of fun, aren't they?
I just want to go fast.
It's a lot more fun than a car.
Yeah,
And
think it would be.
anybody listening at this point, you have to understand, like, if you go on a jet ski and
Jet
you've
skis
got
are
the
great.
open sea, you best believe when you open up that jet ski, all you're shouting is, yeah.
And then the wind just takes the sound away.
There's no sound. There's no
Yeah.
sound.
For half an hour. Expensive half an hour, worth it.
Oh, so worth it. Like, so much fun.
The best fun.
I can't remember ever having fun like that. It's
Do you remember?
unadulterated.
Do you
Like, you
remember?
can speed. You can go as
Yes.
fast as you want.
Oh, you
And you
have to
can
get the fast
turn,
ones.
but you can turn when you want. And you best believe the little boat's going to come out and go, "You've taken too much time."
Yes. We've been waving at you for 15 minutes. Yeah, I'm sure you have.
Yeah.
I can't see you. I'm so far out. I'm almost in Sicily.
Yeah. It's always the way. And you're always like, "I'm really sorry."
Do you remember
It's like, bro,
when you
did you not see
when you
did
were
you not see
allowed
the flags?
when you were allowed to take me out, and we it was quite choppy,
Oh, yeah.
and you hit that wave, and we went up,
Yeah. And
up. We
you
were like,
did,
it was like
did you
roller
have the
coaster
tummy?
belly.
Did you have the tummy thing? Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Oh, is he old enough to take him out? Yeah, he is. Yeah, you got any ID? No, absolutely not. No ID. It's okay.
That used to be how Malta was. It's not so much anymore.
No, it's okay. It's what. And Dad
Yeah,
took Scott
fucking
out.
hell. I would have been what? 17?
Yeah, I would have been around. Yeah, 30.
No, probably not even 17. Probably 16.
Oh no, because you were out. You were out because you were allowed out on the piss, weren't you? At 16.
Yeah, but like 17, I think I stopped at I stopped Malta at like 16.
Now, when did you go to Camp America? Because that was
I was my 18, but I
Matt
think I stopped
18.
it. I think I stopped. I think I stopped the year before because I was doing something else.
He was.
And
Camp
then
America. That was a good experience for you, wasn't it?
yeah, it was. It was really good. Not to Tom and Donna though. I should have gone to university.
Fuck that noise.
Didn't want to. Didn't want to.
I remember
Still wouldn't.
I got
Still
put
wouldn't
in.
go.
I wouldn't. I would just to get on the piss, but then do that anyway. I did that better, if anything. Remember sitting in the careers sort of office meeting thing. Everyone was there, and it was like, oh, you have to fill out your UCAS forms to get ready for university. And I was like, do I have to be in here? They were like, yeah, everyone's signing up for university. I went, well, I'm not going to university. What are you going to do? I'm joining the Air Force. It's like, and they were
I
like,
never had.
oh, but
I
you still have to sit here. I was like, do I though? Can this not just be a free period where I can?
Was that sixth form?
Yeah,
Yeah, I had no aspirations of going to university.
yeah.
Do you know
I
why?
didn't. I'm sure you're going to
Do you
tell
know
me.
why?
I didn't.
Because everybody that I knew that went to university was either really good at that sort of university thing, which I wasn't. Probably would be now.
Yeah.
Like at 40 years old, like give me a university course, I'll fucking smash it. But at 18 years old, I was like, I can't be around those people.
Nah.
No, I can't. When I look back, like I look
I don't
at
think I
George
could.
now. I look at George now, and I'm like, she'd do really well at uni, but then she become a bit of a twat.
Does she want to go to uni?
She really doesn't actually.
Hmm.
No,
I thought she might.
No. She's an arts person. She she sees
Her
how
artwork
life.
is amazing, by the way. Is amazing.
Have you? Did I send you her recent stuff?
You sent me the fish.
Yeah, that's that's not her.
That's just cutting about.
Yeah, that's just her board, and she'll draw something.
Her and Sophia are very similar like that. Sophia's quite artsy, which was a bit of a shock to me. Although, where's that come from? But there's obviously
Well,
some lineage there.
it's not even lineage, mate. Like you're quite artsy, but just not in the same way. Same as me. Like I'm a photographer. I can see art in everything. George sees it the same way. You see your art in your podcasting. Your daughter will have an eye for stuff in a different way.
Yeah, never looked at it like that.
No, but that's genuinely how it works.
Oh.
Like if like George was picking up my camera the other day and she was taking photos and she was like, God, they look shit. And I was like obviously she's 16, so that's how we talk now.
Yeah.
And it is weird, but she was
Hey.
like, Dad, my photos are fucking shit. And I was
Hey.
like, well,
Hey.
they're
My
gonna be.
two do that, and they're 12 and 10. Sophia called me a dickhead the other day, and I didn't know whether to be mad or proud that
Well,
she's now a
that's how
brown.
you talk to them, though.
She's now a brown belt in swearing. So
Yeah, but that's how you talk to them, though, as well. I allow George to talk to me as an adult at the moment. Like, she's still not fully an adult, but if it was something that annoyed me, I'd allow it. Like when she was using my camera, she was like, "Dad, how do you manage to take these photos? And the ones I take are fucking shit." And I was like, "I understand your frustration now."
Yeah.
So I'll allow it. I'll allow
Jess
it.
is funny because she slips up from time to time. She's actually very good, very similar to like how me and you were when we were growing up, where we tried not to swear around mum and dad.
I still try not to.
They don't swear that much around me. They obviously Sophia is Sophia, so she'll just do what she does. She's brilliant. Jess, on the other hand, she sort of knows, like, I'm not supposed to say this, but I definitely do at school. And then she'll be in mid conversation and she'll be like, "Oh, I called him a ha." And you're like, you gonna finish that sentence? And she's like, "Yeah." I went, "Go ahead. I'm not gonna tell you off." She's like, "Oh, he was a fucking dick." And I was like, "Well, there you go, he was a fucking dick." I was like, I can't be mad because I'm the worst. I was terrible at home. I got
You still
suspended for
are.
telling I got suspended for telling a teacher to fuck off,
Yeah, you got no filter.
shit. Which is really shit. I've never really had much of a filter. Suspended though.
I never got suspended.
Nah. I did.
I
The
don't
fu-
know if that's an older brother thing or what, but like I couldn't be asked for the. I'd rather just put the work in.
Hey, I put work in.
No, you didn't.
I did.
No, you didn't.
I did.
No, you
I
did.
did. I did. I did though. So it's fine. I did. And it wasn't until college then they found out that I was dyslexic, which was good.
Yeah, that's a different story.
Which do you know I never it's not an excuse, but I never used the excuse I'm dyslexic. I do occasionally now as a joke, like if someone goes, "Oh, you misspelt this," well, I'm dyslexic, so but wasn't until I joined up and we were doing some of the exams, and then they found out through they called it education, but so those that didn't have English, math, science could go and be recoursed and do their GCSEs.
Yeah.
But they obviously had the files on all the recruits, and obviously mine has that I was dyslexic on it. And then they were like, "Do you want to be recoursed for education?" And I was like, "But I'm doing all right, aren't I?" And they were like, "Yeah, but if you get recoursed for education, you get extra time and stuff." And I was like, "Well, if I can't do it in the time, then I can't do it in the time." But do you know what I mean? I never used it as like a crutch to get me through
No,
things.
but you also should have retaken them.
I didn't want to get recoursed. If I got recourse, I don't think I would have passed out. If I'm honest.
Why? I thought that was the point
Okay.
of it.
No, if I'd have got recourse, I would have felt as a failure in my head,
But that's
and I would
a
have
stupid thing.
Yeah, I know, but that's
Right?
me, isn't it?
Sometimes I wish I was in Kent. I could slap you on the head because you
But I
clearly
passed out first
know
time.
those things. Hey,
I passed out first time, so I was all right, wasn't I?
yeah, but you didn't know your science, maths, and your English.
Well, I did because I already had them.
But you didn't.
But I did.
Otherwise, they wouldn't have flagged him.
No, they flagged it because on a few of the exams, as in the theory exams for like first aid and the NBC stuff.
Oh,
stuff
right.
like
So
that.
you were being a
So you do
mong on those
yeah,
things.
on those things. Practically, they're like, oh, you're spot on. Why are you fucking up doing the fucking? Oh, that's because I'm not reading the question properly.
Oh,
But you
so
get
that
3
means that
attempts anyway. So
but also that means like at my work, I always make sure I tell the examiners which one of my staff who I think or I know is dyslexic,
hmm,
and I'm always like, could you make sure that you help them because they know it,
yeah,
they can do it. Like
it's just how the
a
brain.
food hygiene level 3, for example.
Yeah,
That's fucking hard, mate. It's fucking hard when you sit there and you're like, wow. So for somebody like yourself that's dyslexic and they word the questions and you go, so what I've done in the past is I've been like ex-employee is severely dyslexic. Like they
yeah,
are really dyslexic. And 9 times out of 10, the instructor, that'd be the right word,
examiner.
has been like, okay, and they sit with them
Yeah, that does
and
help.
they ask them the question rather than make them read it. When they
Yeah,
read it,
sometimes it's
when they read
sometimes
it,
it's
like,
easier. Sometimes it's easier for you to say, right, the question is, and then you read the question to me, and I can go, oh well, I think the
yeah,
answer
yeah,
is
yeah. No, I
because I
fully
had that.
understand that.
I had that in. To be fair, I did have it at Bishop's, but it wasn't. I wasn't flagged up as dyslexic.
But it also makes you feel stupid a little bit, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Like if all the other kids can sit there,
yeah. I
and then
hated going into that room. It was only like it was weird. It was like it was only like geography.
but it's also
Why
but
was I
also
only
was
in there in geography? But because I was in one of the top sets for English, because of I could do literature, couldn't couldn't do language. Language I failed 5 times because I can't spell for shit. Literature got me right up there. How? Got a B in that, by the way. Just saying. But language is what.
so do you think that's a failure of your English teacher really?
Mm, yeah.
If you can do
Uh,
literature, like literature, the harder one of the two.
yeah. Get me to smash out some poems and do fucking Of Mice and Men. I'm on it.
Yeah,
Get
yeah.
me to actually write a sentence with correct punctuation and all that
You
bullshit.
still can't do that, can you? You still can't
No,
write a
still can't do it.
sentence. You
No.
still write in capital letters. I've noticed that.
Yeah. It's easier. It's easier because if I write normally, then nobody can read it. Even Sophia has said, I've written normally before, and she's like, I don't know what you've just wrote. I'm like, oh, fair enough.
You scribble.
Yeah. Which is a good
How the
thing.
fuck did we get onto this?
I don't know, but it's a good thing when we do the old fucking stupid elf. Because if the elf leaves a note, that's this guy. This guy's silly handwriting. Because they know
Yeah, yeah,
Kate's
man.
handwriting.
Just
Because
Kate write like just like bog standard girl.
bog standard girl handwriting, which Jess now has.
Yeah, Georgie has that.
So
Which I was
Sophia's still
surprised
joined
with.
up. Sophia's still all joined up. Kid writing that you've been taught. Do you remember when I used to write like across the page? So I'd start at the top left-hand corner and then finish in the bottom right-hand corner and have like one word on it.
Yeah, yeah, I do. Yeah.
Is it Mrs. or Miss Davis? The really small, wrinkly one. Yep,
Mrs.
Hampton Dean.
Davis. She's dead
She
now.
found that. Oh, I liked her. She looks a bit like you. Brown and wrinkly.
Hey, fuck off. I'm not that wrinkly.
Oh, you are brown though. Hey, before we close up though,
I'm brown. I've got a really triangular beard. I've just
it is so
realised that.
triangular. What you genuinely? Because I know you appeared on the Granite Zero football group for a second. I don't know if you were just adding fuel to a fire or what. But what do you make of the St George Cross on that England kit?
I
I don't know whether I should be as pissed off as I am about it, but I'm really pissed off by it. It's really wound me up.
okay.
I want to know
Um,
your theory behind it.
I think that it is a silly mistake by Nike and England because the St. George Cross is the St. George Cross, and that's what it always is.
Yeah.
I think there was probably a manager's meeting, and I think it was, can we get away with putting these colours into the St. George's Cross and nobody will notice? And the second that people noticed, like, I guarantee you, when England go in, it will be the white and red. I guarantee you.
Yeah. It's just that
I think it's people giving in to the stupid movement, and I think it's the last we're going to see of it.
it's
I think it's a dying movement.
crazy.
You don't see it anymore.
It is crazy though, because no other country would allow that their flag to be changed.
But this government as well is on its way out, isn't it?
Yeah. But you can't. Can you imagine the uproar if they changed the red dragon to fucking rainbow?
Yeah, but also you've got to remember that England's quite inclusive. England's inclusive, whereas
Yeah,
Wales is not.
The flag isn't.
Ireland is not. Scotland is not.
Right. So
When it comes to their flag, it's not. When it comes to their
Yeah.
rugby players, they're
Oh, sure.
very inclusive.
Oh, sure. Of course.
But
Give me all the Tongans and Fijians. It's fine.
but you know what I mean. Like, you know,
Yeah,
like,
but
England.
it is it because of the history behind England and then England and Britain as a whole?
No,
Because of
it's because if you ask my opinion, it's because a small minority
make the biggest noise.
has been able to make a big noise, and they've tried to sneak it in the moment that it has been noticed, which is today. Someone like yourself, and I'm sure you're not alone in that thought, is going to make a big fuss about it. It's like, no, you can be whatever you want. You don't get to put that on my football shirt.
Yeah, you don't get to change the flag.
I think Nike, being an American company, was like, this would be a good job over here. This would be a great job. I hear
They'll
it.
like that. They'll like it.
Do you know what I mean? And I think that if enough people make enough noise over that, it'd be like, no, you can't do that. And it might have only been like a couple of you that actually even noticed that that was the thing. I didn't notice because I wasn't looking.
Well, to be fair, I only noticed when, because it was all front of the shirt, wasn't it? So when they
Yeah.
first released it, front of the shirt,
But
And it
also,
was,
you know,
oh,
that
look at
Saka's
look
just
at.
pulled out of the England squad.
I did, yeah. And I watched the overlap today with Neville and Keane, Ian Wright, and Neville called it. He went, those Arsenal players that have been called up, and whoever it may be, Saka and Ramsdale. Ramsdale probably not
Ben
because he's
White,
not playing.
Ben
But
White was like, "I ain't ever playing for you. You can't."
yeah, he can fuck off.
No, no, he can't fuck off. You know,
he can.
you know what?
He can fuck
Would you
off.
play for Southgate? Because I wouldn't.
I play for my country. I represent my country anytime they called me my son.
Well, that's where me and you are different.
Anytime. It's a privilege to represent your country.
Is it, mate?
Fucking right it is.
No, it ain't.
Of course it is.
What, Henderson gets picked over you?
Anytime you get called up,
Maguire gets picked over you?
I'm going
You
to
wanna
stop you
go?
on Maguire. He's
Yeah?
played very well this season. Very fucking well. He's been injured. He shouldn't be called up for this squad because he's been injured. But this season, he's been very well. Since he lost the captaincy, spot
Still
on.
in the squad.
Hmm?
Still in the squad, though.
No. What I'm saying is he shouldn't be picked for this squad because he's been injured.
But he is still.
I know.
Henderson.
He's doing all right, Ajax.
He's played 3 games for Ajax, mate.
No, right. I agree. They're not very good picks. But if he went to me and went, Tommo, I saw that absolute screamer that you scored for Granite Zero. Fancy a game for England? Yes, please. All day and twice on a Sunday. Anytime.
Yeah. Because you aren't going to get picked for England.
No, even if I,
But if you've
even
been playing, if you've been playing your
anytime.
arse out, if you've been playing your arse out every week
Yeah,
for the last couple of years,
yeah.
what
Anytime
you
you get a
think
call up.
you think? Hang on, Gareth. Fuck this. Gareth Southgate picking an England squad. Look at it.
Yeah. And then anytime you get a call up, you get a call up.
No,
I'm going.
No, I would turn around and be like, you know what, mate, fuck off. You're full of shit.
Yeah, you might say that, but it's an honour and a privilege to
No, it
represent your
isn't.
country.
Why is it?
It is, though.
Why is it?
Because it's your country of your birth.
Yeah, but the dickhead picking the team is not my country.
But it's still representing your country. You do your best for your country, week in and week out, anytime.
No, I disagree.
Well, that's where we will agree to disagree.
Fuck off. Right, hang on. So you're going to pick Harry Maguire as
Yeah.
an example,
Yeah.
who, by the way, has always been awesome for England. You're going to pick him over someone like Ben White.
Yeah.
And Ben White doesn't play any football the whole time, and you can't get your head around the fact that he is pissed off the fact that Harry Maguire is starting in front of him.
He's still been picked for England, isn't he?
But he's not playing.
But if he's getting picked for the squad, you're getting picked for the squad.
What? Sit on a bench?
Still got picked for England. It's one of the greatest honours that you could have is to represent your country.
But it's not if you're sat on a bench, mate.
Of course it is.
And Southgate's mates are playing instead.
Of course it is.
It's not.
Of course it is. He's too busy worrying about his fucking fake teeth and his fucking shit tan.
He might be. He's still top of the league. But
And fair play.
But he's not worrying about that. He's
But also, he's a fullback.
at Arsenal. He is.
Yeah.
he's,
So
he's
is he
perfect.
better than Kyle Walker?
On current league standings? Yes. Yeah.
Current
he
league
is.
standings, but if you're going on player position, is he?
I mean, check his stats. I'd say probably, yeah. That's why
You reckon?
Arsenal are top of the league.
Yeah, maybe. But
I
is
don't
he
get.
better than Kyle?
Yeah,
Is
I'd
it?
say so.
Is he? Ben White? Or have you just got your Arsenal blinkers on?
No, I'm just
Because
saying.
Ian Wright agrees with me, by the way. Arsenal
Ian Wright
legend.
might. What I'm saying is, like, I'm
England,
for-
England, cool. I'm playing.
I'm torn on that. I'm really torn on
That's
that.
That's because you're
'Cause
Welsh, mate.
what's the fucking point? What's the fucking point in going being part of an England squad?
What do you mean? It's one of the
What's
greatest honours to be called up for England. If you get a cap, then you get a cap, don't you?
but by Gareth Southgate, who was one.
Why has it got to do with the manager?
Because he's the guy that picks the fucking team, Sean, and he's still picking.
Yeah,
like,
we're all pissed off with Gareth Southgate.
Henderson is still in the England squad.
Yeah, I don't know why that is. I'm not saying
That's
that,
what I
but
mean.
what I'm saying is, if I get the call saying, "Oh, you fancy coming to play for England?" Definitely, 100%.
No, I'm with you. I'm with you on that. What I'm saying is that you can understand by certain players that, like you said, like Kyle Walker's probably going to play.
Yeah,
Henderson's probably going to play above fucking what's the lad from Liverpool? Trent. He's probably going to play in midfield.
Trent's not playing midfield.
Well,
Kobe Mainoo's playing in midfield. Kobe Mainoo, Declan Rice, Jude Bellingham. There's your three in midfield. Kobe Mainoo can play 6 or 8, hold that midfield, let Rice, as he does for Arsenal with that fucking Italian you got, Jorginho, does the same job. Let Rice go and do what he does. Let Bellingham do what he does. Foden on the left, Saka on the right, Kane up top. Bosh.
Well, Saka's just pulled out. He's just
I
pulled
know he
out of
has,
the England
which
team.
was my. Gary Neville had said that. Gary Neville said today on that podcast, the Arsenal players will pull out because they got Man City the week after. So you'll probably find that Kyle Walker will pull out as well.
I genuinely think he's injured.
I don't think he is. Do you know Fergie used to pull him out?
Yeah, I do.
Fergie in the running in '99, he let Nicky Butt go. Yeah, we should have done. He let Nicky Butt go, and I think Phil Neville, because it's Phil Neville. He took out Sheringham, Scholes, Neville, Beckham. I can't remember who the other one was, but he took them out and was like, "No, they're injured. They're not injured. These are friendlies that England have got in the build-up. We've got a treble to win." Basically, that's what that was. Pardon me.
I mean, you got to look at it from like Fergie's point of view.
Did you know this? I saw this today. So, would have been sort of 94 sort of time. Steve Bruce had a call from Jack Charlton, who was manager of Ireland at the time, and was like, "Oh, I hear you've got Irish relatives." He was like, "Yeah, my mum's Irish." And he was like, "Oh, do you want to be called up for Ireland for the World Cup?" And he was like, "Well, I'm 34." And he went, "Nah, you can still do a job." Obviously, it's Steve Bruce. Still do a job. And he was like, "Yeah, well, I don't see the problem with me being called up for. I've always wanted to play international football." Fergie stopped it because when United were playing in Europe, there was that rule that you could only have like 3 foreign players, couldn't you?
Yeah, yeah.
And if he declared himself as Irish, he would have then been foreign and couldn't play in the European matches. So Fergie phoned him up and went, "You're not playing for Ireland. It's not happening."
Fun fact for you: Steve Bruce never
Never capped for
played
England.
an international game.
Yeah. Yeah, madness, isn't it? Old fathead.
Gary Pallister did though.
Always looked tired.
Yeah,
Good player, though.
probably was always tired.
Good player. Martin Keown
Who
used
else?
to sharpen his
Dennis
studs.
Owen. Dennis Owen, left back.
Love Dennis Owen, mate.
Right
Ambidextrous,
back.
wasn't he? He played right or left back. Paul Parker.
Paul Parker. Yeah, that was, and
It was
then
Paul Parker and then Gary Neville after that.
Giggs on the left.
Giggs on the left, Kanchelskis on the right.
Sometimes Sharp.
Lee Sharp. Lee Sharp. Lovely Sharp. Before Keane, it was Ince and Robson, and then Ince and
Ince and Robson, and up front you had Mark Hughes and McClare.
then King Eric.
King Eric came in, and then you won
And
the
then
league.
Keno came in. Do you know when Keno first came in, McClare and Ince were playing in the centre midfield and were doing a really good job. Fergie obviously paid that massive, huge sum for Keane to bring him in. Didn't want to disrupt his midfield, so he played him at right back.
Forest.
Played Roy Keane at right back for 15 games.
Yeah.
Roy Keane. What a fucking Keane and Vieira, mate. I think we've discussed this so many times.
Did
Because
you see the Instagram thing I sent you from Martin Keown talking
Yeah.
on? And
Martin Keown used to sharpen his studs, mate.
yeah, but also Vinnie Jones headbutting
Headbutting the wall. And then Vieira just going, "I'm going to kill him."
Vieira went, "Why is he doing that?" And Keown tried to explain to him that like he's getting wound up for the game, and he went, "Well, if I have to kill him, I will kill him."
Different breed, mate. Fucking Vieira class. What? Right. You're a football purist. You are. Sometimes. Why is Vieira not talked about enough in terms of the best midfielders in the Premier League?
Because he played for Arsenal.
Do you think that's what it is?
Yeah.
Because even in that sort of talk, they're forgetting Roy Keane as well. So Keane and Vieira, basically, they're like, yeah, whatever. They're always like
they forget people forget how good they were.
But also people these days, you probably notice, they're stat merchants.
Yes, they
I
look
hate
at
that.
stats. Yeah, they look at stats far more than they
I'm
look
sure
at.
if we went
they don't
back
watch
on
the
it,
game. They don't watch the
I'm
game.
sure if we went back on it, they would be like, "Oh, Zidane's shit." And it's like, "What do you mean? Oh, his stats aren't great. It's Zidane."
Yeah.
Edgar Davids, he was crap. What? His stats were
he
shit.
wore glasses though. To be fair.
Yeah.
I think you're right there. People these days, they don't actually watch the game of football or the game of rugby. They look at the stats.
Yeah.
And it's kind of annoying, really, because it's like if you just watch the game, you see a different player.
Yes, I agree.
Like if you look at North that's just retired, like his stats are really high, but also he was a fantastic rugby player.
Brilliant.
Like he carried Wales at times when Warburton retired and stuff, and he was still a youngster. He was the next big thing, and he was always the big player. But his stats don't necessarily Like
Yeah.
fuck stats. Like watch the game.
Yeah.
But people don't watch the game anymore. They watch. They look at stats. Like everyone does like the fantasy thing. I've got 47 points this week.
Yeah, but
It's like, yeah, but
it's
do you watch any of the games?
I find that amazing. It's because I remember just growing up watching United, obviously, and luckily for me, they were, and same with you with Arsenal, they were at their peak as we were growing up through football. I don't remember ever, apart from when they got sent off, Vieira and Keane, they were always on that edge, but when they went over, blah blah. I never saw them have a bad game, apart from when they got like sent off,
No, I think
excluding
I
the
agree
sending
with you.
offs. I've never seen him.
Vieira's like from an Arsenal point of view.
Vieira was Yaya Toure before he even became a thing.
Vieira was better than Yaya Toure.
Oh, he's an outstanding player, Vieira.
If you get a chance before we go to bed, watch Patrick Vieira's highlights.
I
'Cause
will
not
watch
only
in awe of his assist to Ryan
But-
Giggs. I'm sorry, but no,
but
genuinely,
not
he was
only
great.
will he batter Vinnie Jones, Eric Cantona, he will batter. He doesn't give a fuck. But also
I don't think he was better, Eric
score.
Cantona.
He will score worldies that you won't even see today. Like literally watch it, but also at the same time watch that for Roy Keane, because that became less and less as Roy Keane got older.
Mm.
It all became about how fucking hard Roy Keane was. Watch Roy Keane when he was at Nottingham Forest. He was a fucking weapon.
He was like young player of the year for a team that got relegated.
Yeah, watch it. Watch it. That's not me being biased to Arsenal
Box to
or
box,
Man
mate.
United. Watch it
Box to
because
box
he was
midfielder.
phenomenal. Like he was different class. And the only reason that Fergie got him was because he fitted Fergie's match. Fergie's match was like, do what you're told, son. Do what
Yeah.
you're told, son. And Wenger's approach was quite the opposite. Was be creative,
Both
but
unbelievable
also
managers.
look after yourself, son.
Yeah. You had to have
And
that.
and
in
to be
those
honest, I think
times.
that's what got lost. I reckon around about
Oh, mate.
2006, 2007 with Wenger. I think what got lost was that he always had an enforcer, somebody that would look after people.
Yeah. Gilberto Silva.
He's about the
The
last one.
The invisible wall.
Yeah, and I think that's what happened with Wenger. He got too focused on beautiful football.
Yeah, I was about to say beautiful. Arsenal had to score the beautiful goal.
Yeah, and I
And
think
it got. I don't know about you.
but
Well,
you
I'm
can't
not an
can't do it.
You're watching them and you're like, oh, they are playing some sexy football. But are you gonna score? Because
Yeah,
you need to score.
and as a fan, you can imagine how annoying that was. But
Because even I remember Dad even saying he used to love watching how Arsenal played football. But
that's how you're supposed to play football. But
that was always
you've got to have a
wasn't it? At the
dickhead.
end.
You've always got to have a dickhead, and that's what Fergie always
You got to
had.
have someone to do the dirty work at times.
But Fergie always had that. Whether it was a Paul Ince, whether it was McAllister, whether it was a Roy Keane, it's all even Mark Hughes.
McClare.
Mark Hughes.
You meant.
Yeah, sorry, McClare. McAllister. He went to
Coventry.
Liverpool, didn't he, from Coventry?
Coventry and Liverpool. Yeah.
But you always have that player. It's just he's ready to just fucking go and nail someone and
Robson.
just be like, fuck off. I'll eat your children. Like
I'm
you always,
gonna kung fu kick a fan.
yeah.
But
even
I think
even
they
Cantona,
mentioned
though.
that on that overlap podcast as well. Cantona was like the last real true sort of maverick in that aspect. Like he retired at like 28.
Do you know why that is, though?
Just cause. What, as in the term of the maverick?
Yeah, because you can't have a maverick anymore.
No.
Social media has made sure that's not a thing. Like Mbappe, like he's a great footballer. If he'd come along 20 years ago,
He'd be Ginola.
look, but even David Ginola, if he was playing football now,
He'd still do all right, I think.
he'd be absolutely fine.
Yeah.
Because Mbappe's not that standout. He's fast. He's going to win a World Cup. He's going to do this.
Genuinely, I
do
think
that.
I heard
But
Michael Owen say that. Like these days, fast and be able to pass the ball from A to B, you'll do all right.
they play like FIFA now.
There's no true football players, as it were.
But also there isn't. Before I go, because this has been a longer podcast than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, same.
Right, if you think back, like think what Francesco Totti could have done.
Oh,
Think what Pirlo could do. Think what Ronaldinho
you
could
going
do.
full Italian? Oh, you pulled Ronaldinho. I was going to say you're going full Italian with your hair and your beard.
The Italian runs deep in me, by the way.
Bet it does.
So who did I get? Ronaldinho, Eric Cantona, Thierry Henry, Patrick Vieira. Let's have a think at some Man United. David Beckham, Ryan Giggs, Matt Letizia, Graham Lasso, Darren Anderton, Robbie Fowler, Michael Owen. Like, think of all of those players playing now. And that's not me being an old guy saying that. It's just the game's changed so much. It's so much like FIFA now.
Yeah.
It's so much like FIFA now.
It's mad, isn't it?
Like none of the players.
I was talking about it with Matt, and it was like you don't see that often. Occasionally, you'll get the odd one or two. You don't see any fucking bangers where you're like, what a fucking goal.
As an example, what does Kylian Mbappe bring to the Premier League if he goes to the Premier League?
Nothing really.
What did Erling Haaland, sorry, what did he bring to come into the Premier League?
Nothing really.
He can score goals.
Alan Shearer could score goals, mate, from anywhere.
Yeah, but so could fucking Greavesy, to be fair. But that's not what I mean. What I mean is, like, all these players, then there's no like, they're just good.
Do you think, like, the last outrageously standout players that are still, like, there, almost at the end, Messi and Ronaldo?
But even those guys, they don't, like, Messi doesn't really have a personality, does he?
No, he's definitely got autism.
And nor does Ronaldo, really. Like, they don't have personality. The reason people like players like Roy Keane is because it's like...
Yeah, I see what you're saying there. Yeah. Yeah. They're fucking... They've got that personality. They want to win.
You like Patrick Vieira because he was, like... He said stuff like, why is Vinnie Jones headbutting the ball? And when Martin Keown explained it to him, he said, "Okay, then I'll kill him."
Yeah, and then you like Roy
then-
Keane because he brought out fucking prawn sandwich brigade.
Yeah, but even now, when you hear like
I
Keane
love
hasn't
Keno's
changed,
punditry.
but he hasn't changed, and he's like, "Who the fuck is this guy?" Like,
The best one I heard was when he brought out his Instagram, and then Gary Neville was like, "Oh, that can get you jobs." He went, "Well, so my coaching jobs don't get me. My coaching badges don't get me jobs, but Instagram does." You gotta be fucking joking. I get a job through Instagram. It's run by his daughter, by the way. If anyone cares.
Nobody does though.
Nobody cares. Do you know who else I like? Wasn't a world beater, but definitely a character. Jimmy Bullard.
Oh, Jimmy's fucking amazing.
Loved a free kick.
He loved a free kick, and he bloody loves his golf, doesn't he?
Yeah. Mate, this has been the longest random episode ever.
I know. I don't think
Just a
I'm even
chat.
going to listen back to this one.
Probably not.
I usually do, but like I'm not.
Nah, I need a piss. And
Go and have a
Okay.
piss. Go and have a sleep.
yeah, I got work in the morning. Right.
We should go. You know how Rogan does protect your parks. No, you don't know that, do you?
No.
Protect Your Parks is like Ari Shafir, Shane Gillis.
Oh yes, I know what you mean. Yeah.
They're like
Yeah.
5-hour podcasts, and they just get leathered and just keep talking.
I need to do it with a bigger shed and just get people in and then just set the camera up, hit record and just go.
Or we just continue.
We'll do this as well.
All right. Go
All right.
have a piss.
All right.
Get yourself to bed. I'm sure your wife's going to kill you.
Yeah, probably.
night.
Love you lots.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.